waving at the referee to come stop the fight. Bow, come stop the fight. Bow, come stop the fight. Am I lying, doggy?
Ever since Bronny James was drafted and joined the Los Angeles Lakers, the spotlight has been relentless. Yet this situation felt different. It wasn't just online speculation or media hype. Reports suggest that tensions actually escalated within the locker room, and Bronny found himself under pressure from his own teammates. When LeBron James got wind of the situation, his reaction quickly shifted from proud father to actively addressing the problem. The friction reportedly began during the 2024 NBA Summer League. Sources indicate that some players felt Bronny was receiving star-level treatment despite not delivering star-level results. In a locker room where everyone is fighting for their spot and reputation, that kind of perceived imbalance created quiet divisions within the team.
We all know that Bronny James is in the NBA because of his dad. The first game of the season, opening night, the Griffeys in attendance, father-son duo playing in an NBA game for the first time, an absolutely positively wonderful story. And then reality sets in. We love what we're seeing from him in the G League because that's where you belong.
And that's what we're going to talk about. Yo, guy, look. Can we all just come to the conclusion that Bronny James it's not good enough to be on the Lakers? Can we just all finally come to the conclusion, bro? You have people like Richard Jefferson and Tim Legler talking about Bronny has everything. All he needs to do is just, I'm like, really? All he needs to do is just work on one or two things. Really?
Bronny James went 50th overall in the 2024 draft after a rough freshman year at USC, 8 points per game on sub 37% shooting over 25 games, plus 8 missed games due to a serious medical emergency. Many mocks had him undrafted, so when the Lakers picked him, the reaction was instant. Basketball merit or last name leverage. Summer League didn't quiet critics. Bronny averaged 4 3-points, shot 6% from the floor, and went 0 for 15 from 3 over the first 4 games, with the Lakers starting 0-5, yet he logged the team's second most minutes, trailing only first-rounder Dalton Neck. Teammates reportedly hit a breaking point. One insider said the star treatment disrupted chemistry and bred frustration. Summer League players echoed it. Plays and schemes revolved around Bronny, leaving others feeling sidelined in their fight for a roster spot. No personal beef, just blunt reality. Bronny isn't ready for the NBA, one admitted. Stephen A. Smith didn't mince words, calling out the real reason Bronny was in the league. The fear was raw. Personal opportunities were shrinking because the franchise was developing LeBron's son, stat line be damned. Lakers opening night was a spectacle, but many question whether minutes should follow pedigree over performance. In the end, talent can't be inherited. Expectations can only fuel pressure.
Well, he gets in the game and the dude is literally scared to shoot, right? The Bucks were leaving him wide open. They basically were treating this dude like Russell Westbrook, like Ben Simmons, folks. They were just daring him to shoot. So JJ Redick, ladies and gentlemen, he was literally yelling at Bronny James on the sidelines to shoot the ball, right? It got so bad, folks, that he started to cuss Bronny James out on the sideline. So I'm going to put a picture of the graphic on the screen so you guys can see what JJ Redick told Bronny. Told him pretty much to shoot basketball.
Just felt like on a back-to-back, just him giving us energy, I think, was the goal. I maybe put him in a tough spot, flying up yesterday and, nationally televised game and Philly, all that stuff. It's, he didn't play well, but he's been playing great, in the Stay Ready games, and he's been playing great in the G.
Janie Buss shut down the drama before it could snowball, calling locker room complaints about Bronny James, jealousy from players who wouldn't make the team anyway. But Summer League tension had already exploded into a full-blown Lakers controversy. Head coach JJ Redick labeled Bronny Test Case 1 for the franchise's player development program, signaling the team's full commitment, real minutes, real reps, real responsibility, even as losses mounted and shooting slumped. Critics cried foul. Why prioritize one player's growth over everyone else fighting for roster survival? Yet Bronny flashed potential late, dropping 25 points with 3 assists in consecutive games, hinting at the two-way contributor the Lakers envisioned. Still, weeks of inconsistency left skeptics unconvinced. That debate followed him into the regular season, growing louder with each appearance. On November 18, 2025, against the Milwaukee Bucks at Fiserv Forum, everything boiled over. The Lakers rolled 119-95 behind Luka Doncic, but the spotlight wasn't on the win, it was on Bronny, starting for the second time amid injuries and rotation shifts. At 21, this was meant to be a proving ground, yet it quickly became a harsh lesson in NBA pressure. In the league of legends and legacies, even a famous name can't shield you from reality.
How's that chapter been satisfying, actually seeing the tangible growth?
Seeing his growth? It's been great to see, to watch. And he's still young. Obviously just turned 21 not too long ago, and he's still learning and, still getting better with each and every rep. I think he's enjoying the process. I think you're going to obviously ask him, more than me. He's not a resident anymore, so we don't talk too much. He has his own place. So I can't just but he's great. He's parent to be able to be, there to witness a child of yours start to live out a dream of theirs. It's something Bronny has always talked about, and he's, said, we asked him plenty of times, like, what is your end goal? And his end goal is to be in the NBA. And to see him almost at that moment, for a parent is something that you could just be in awe of, because, that's what you want your kids to be able to live out their dreams. It's definitely not his dad, and I'm not him. I wouldn't be able to handle the scrutiny and all the things that he got going on, at his age and at his level, and with social media. I didn't have social media to deal with when I came in at 18. I did have a lot of scrutiny. I did have a lot of things that was put on my shoulders, but I didn't have, every single day around the clock news coverage, sports shows, things of talking about this particular person every single.
Early in the first quarter against Milwaukee, Bronny James found himself wide open on the perimeter, perfect NBA looks. Twice he froze passing instead of shooting. Possession stalled, Luka Doncic flung his arms in frustration, and the defense dared him to fire. JJ Redick's patience snapped. 4 minutes in, Bronny was yanked from the game, a sideline moment instantly clipped and replayed across social media. He stayed mostly on the bench, attempting only 2 shots all night. The lesson was brutal but clear. Hesitation kills in Redick's system. Confidence, decisiveness, accountability non-negotiable. Bronny owned it publicly, acknowledging he had to shoot when open, no second guessing. Away from the spotlight with the South Bay Lakers, he responded immediately. 15 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, 3 steals against Santa Cruz on November 22, showing assertiveness and efficiency. Redick later reinforced the same message: opportunity is earned, confidence isn't optional. The Lakers thrived despite the moment, opening 10-4. Proven accountability doesn't destabilize a team. Internally, it was coaching, plain and simple. No veteran backlash, no locker room drama. LeBron James handled it quietly, framing his son's struggles as natural growth. In the NBA, talent opens doors, but courage to take the shot defines whether you step through or stand frozen on the threshold.
Scenes.
Right now, Bronny James is averaging 0.3 points, 0.3 assists, and 0.4 rebounds. You know what people are saying. You know what they're going to do to this kid. In 13 games, he has played 44 minutes. He has scored 4 points. He is shooting 1 of 16 from the field, 0 for 7 from three-point range. We know that he's not ready yet. And I'm saying this with compassion. I'm asking the greatest player in the game, one of the top 2 players in the history of basketball, an ambassador for this game, the face of the league, a 4-time champion, a guy that's gone to 10 NBA finals, one of the greatest we have ever or will ever see, who is a basketball savant. You remember years ago, Doggy, when the great Larry Holmes heavyweight champion extraordinaire, one of the greatest jabs in
He had to
boxing
beat Frazier's
history.
kid. He had to beat
And
Frazier's kid.
Marvis Frazier went to the ring. And Larry Holmes, Molly, got interviewed before the fight. And he said, ain't no damn kid with 10 fights beating me. And he hurt the kid and had him hurt. And literally, Molly, before he punched, was waving at the referee to come stop the fight. Bow, come stop the fight. Bow, come stop the fight. Am I lying, doggy? That's exactly what Larry Holmes did. And everybody was looking at Joe Frazier, not Marvis, Joe. And we were like, what you doing? Why would you do that to your son? Do you not know who the hell this is? Well, I would say to LeBron James, do you not know who these NBA players are?
2025-26 season refused to let Bronny James controversy die. Limited minutes, G League stints, and perceived roster protection reignited nepotism claims, while every quiet stat line became fodder for debate. Defenders fired back, a 55th pick costs almost nothing, and scrutiny is part of growth. Stephen A. Smith framed it bluntly, was the pressure doing more harm than good, likening it to Joe Frazier letting his son Marvis step into a brutal mismatch. Meanwhile, tension simmered off court. Jeannie Buss reportedly bristled at LeBron's influence, feeling the draft pick and front office maneuvers were transactional, not collaborative. A fracture years in the making, stretching back to Westbrook trades and coaching changes. LeBron brushed it off publicly, emphasizing loyalty and perspective, but the coach killer narrative followed him from Cleveland to Miami to LA, reignited by JJ Redick's hire, a former podcast partner, with the Lakers at 25. 16 by mid-January, every benching, missed shot, and viral clip keeps the pressure alive for Bronny, for LeBron, and the franchise itself. In this league, legacy isn't inherited, it's tested and under the microscope. Even a name like James can't escape the heat. If you want more inside takes and raw NBA drama, hit that subscribe and stay tuned.